Welcome back to the channel. This is Trinity Storm and you were watching third part of What If Naruto Became Wielder of Universal Weapon. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Now wasting no more time, let's start the story.
The next morning, Team 7 and 8 were about to leave with Tazuna for the bridge, but not everyone was going. "I'll be leaving Naruto in your hands, Tsunami-san," Kurenai said, noting that Sakura and Hinata were upset about leaving Naruto behind, and Tora chose to accompany them. "Are you certain you want to abandon him?" Tsunami inquired. "It's no problem at all. Naruto-kun pushed himself too hard with his training last night, and he won't be able to move for the rest of the day," Anko explained. "I expect no less from the class clown," Kiba said, while Sakura, Hinata, and Anko glared at Inuzuka for his lack of respect. "Kiba, the day you face Naruto-san will be a rude awakening," Shino thought as he observed Naruto and noticed how the blonde had changed since the academy days. "There's also the matter of his chakra. My insects get restless whenever I'm close to him. And now that I've fully recovered, I should be able to compensate for his absence," Kakashi said while reading his book, while Tsunami fought the urge to hit him with a frying pan. "Alright then, let us go," Tazuna said as he led them to the bridge, the Chunin looking back at the house and remembering what happened the night before. Flashback. "I believe I should follow you to the bridge with Tazuna and the others," said Naruto as he sat in his room with his sensei. "What makes you say that, Naruto?" Kurenai inquired. "I think I know why he wants to stay behind. It's because of Gato and his men, right?" Kakashi raised his head from his book. "Yes, we already know that Gato will show up with his men on the bridge to kill Zabuza because he won't pay, but I have a feeling that he will try to hold Tsunami and Inari as a hostage against Tazuna," Naruto said, and they agreed because he had been correct thus far. "Gato killed Inari's father in front of the public, so it shouldn't surprise us that he'd try it again," Anko said. "That guy better run when he sees me, because he's definitely going to get a snakebite at his package," Naruto and Kakashi shuddered at the thought. "When Anko wants to be scary," Kurama said, with Shinami nodding in agreement. "So the plan is for me to stay behind to protect Tsunami-san and Inari from Gato's men, and then I'll quickly move to the bridge and assist you in your fight against Zabuza," Naruto explained. "That's the gist of it," Anko explained. "We'll try not to kill him until Gato arrives because I'm sure he won't believe us if we tell him the truth. Then we raid Gato's mansion and rescue the Jinchuriki of the Seven Tails," Kakashi said, flinching as he saw Naruto glare at him. "Sorry, I didn't mean it that way," he apologized. "Okay, but just be careful next time," Naruto said before turning to face the others. "I don't think we should tell our students because it might ruin the plan, and we need the element of surprise," Kurenai said, to which they agreed. "Alright, let's rest for tomorrow," Anko said as they all went to bed. End of flashback. When they arrived at the bridge and heard Tazuna yell out in shock, their thoughts were shattered. The construction workers were sprawled out on the floor and unconscious. What happened here? It appears that someone was here and got to them. Tazuna wondered. Then a thick mist descended on the bridge, warning everyone to be cautious. "He's right, I have 2 cents but can't find them," exclaimed Kiba, with Akamaru barking in agreement. I can't see anything with this mist. Even with my Byakugan," Hinata said as he took the gentle fist stance, while Sakura stood nearby with a kunai. "Just as we suspected, Zabuza is still alive," Kakashi said, raising his headband to reveal his Sharingan. "Yeah, and he's back for round 2, Anko said, pulling out 2 kunai and remaining close to Kurenai. Then they heard Zabuza's voice coming through the mist. "I apologize for keeping you all waiting. I was hoping for a rematch with the brat wielding the Muramasa, but since he's not here, I'll just have to waste some time with you and the brats." Then 4 clones surrounded them, their Zanbatu drawn out. "I notice one of them is trembling." Actually, I'm trembling with excitement, smirked Sasuke. Sasuke dashed and slashed one of the clones. Kiba used all four's jutsu to take down another. Shino used his insects to absorb his target's chakra, and Hinata used her clan's taijutsu to disrupt the chakra of the last clone. It appears that your brats have improved. To be able to take down my water clones is an accomplishment. Perhaps this won't be such a bore after all. Zabuza appeared from the mist, accompanied by the imposter hunter Nin. Sasuke and Kiba, go after the ninja while Anko and I deal with Zabuza. Kurenai will stay with Hinata, Sakura, and Shino to protect Tazuna, Kakashi said, receiving affirmative nods. Haku, you have my permission to use it if things go bad, Zabuza said. Yes, Zabuza-sama, Haku said as he prepared for battle. Then, with their kunai drawn, Sasuke and Kiba dashed at Haku as she took out a senbon to fight back, while Kakashi and Anko moved in to engage Zabuza in the mist. Kurenai noticed Hinata and Sakura were worried and assumed it was because of the battle. Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine, she said, surprised when they shook their heads no. It's not them we're concerned about. It's Naruto-kun, Sakura said, and Hinata nodded in agreement. We're hoping he'll recover soon so he can come and help us, Hinata said, while Kurenai remained silent because she knew why he wasn't here yet. Naruto, please hurry and get here before Gato arrives. We could really use your assistance at that time. Meanwhile, Naruto was meditating at Tazuna's house and had entered his mindscape to speak with Kurama and Shinami. I'm pretty sure Kakashi-sensei and the others are fighting Zabuza and Haku by now, Naruto said. Yeah, but you can't go until Tsunami-san and Inari are safe, Kurama said. I know Ku-chan, I'm just a little nervous, Kurama blushed at her Naruto pet name, then Shinami spoke. Naruto-sama, I just wanted to let you know that the bracelet has enabled a new ability. Really, what kind of ability is it? Naruto inquired. It's called Tag Mode, and it allows your allies to wield the weapons from the bracelet for a limited time. They'll learn about the weapon once they hold it, but only those with good intentions can truly wield to their full potential, Shinami explained. Wow, that's an extremely useful ability. How do I activate it? To activate it, simply say, Tag Mode. And the keyword. I almost forgot to tell you, Naruto-kun, that in order to access the inner power of the weapons, you must call out, Awaken. And the keyword, and remember that you need my chakra for it to work, Kurama said, to which Naruto nodded in agreement. Wake up, Naruto-sama. Some men have broken into the house and are abducting Tsunami-san. I'm on it. Naruto exclaimed as he began to fade from the mindscape, and when he opened his eyes, he heard Inari's voice from outside the house. You leave my mother alone. Naruto saw Inari charge at the men and jumped out the window to assist while channeling chakra to the bracelet. Journey to the west. Naruto yelled, slamming the golden staff into the face of the bandit holding Tsunami and kicking the other bandit away. I apologize for being late. Heroes always appear at the last minute. Naruto Nichin? Naruto was taken aback by Inari's remark before smiling at the boy. I have to say, Inari, that was very brave of you. The moment you yelled at them, it was enough of a distraction for me to save your mother. I'm sure your father will be very proud, Naruto said, and Inari smiled happily. You're dead meat brat, you won't get the drop on me. Exclaimed the bandit as he rose to his feet and drew his sword before charging at them. Naruto gave him a sly grin and slung the staff over his shoulder. I don't think I need to because I'm going to bash you all over. Naruto swung at the bandit, who raised his sword to block but the staff broke the blade, much to his surprise. Naruto then launched him into the air with an uppercut and used the staff's ability to stretch to execute a rapid fire of jabs, juggling the bandit in the air, before enlarging the staff to the size of a tree trunk and sending him flying a great distance away from them. And he's going, and he's gone, Naruto grinned as Inari laughed at the sight. That was incredible, Nichin, but why are you here instead of at the bridge? Inari inquired. That's because I had a feeling Gato would try something like this, so I stayed behind to make sure you and your mom were safe, Naruto explained as Inari sobbed. Thank you for protecting us, Nichin, Naruto smiled as he returned the hug. It's fine, but I need to get to the bridge quickly because my team needs me. Okay, show Gato what you're capable of, Naruto exclaimed, ruffling Inari's hair. Naruto made the golden staff vanish before refocusing on the bracelet and saying, "Ride the wing road." He then summoned the air treks and took off at high speed towards the bridge. Along the way, an image of the previous owner performing a technique that caused him to fly through the air flashed through his mind. What was that all about? Wondered Naruto. That was the memory of the gear, Naruto-sama. It must want you to use it, Shinami said. Are the other weapons the same? Yes, and they will only do so if the situation demands it. Okay then, let's give it a try. Naruto skated up a nearby tree and launched himself into the air, then he channeled his wind chakra into the air treks and called out, "Wing Road." Blue energy burst from the treks and formed wings, and Naruto flew much faster than when he was skating on the ground. I should be able to get to the bridge in time, she says. Meanwhile, things were not looking good at the bridge. Sasuke and Kiba were fighting Haku, who could keep up with them at the same time. Take this. Kiba swung at Haku, who dodged and kicked quickly, then launched several senbon that struck specific parts of his body, paralyzing him as he fell to the floor. And now for you, Haku said, turning to face Sasuke, who was charging in with his kunai in both hands. Don't get too cocky, he said as his kunai collided with Haku's senbon in a battle for dominance. You just made a huge mistake because I've gained two key advantages, Haku said. And what would they be? Sasuke asked, attempting to push her away. The first is that we're surrounded by water, and the second is that I've got one of your hands busy while the other can only be used to defend yourself. Haku began to perform hand seals with only one hand, much to everyone's surprise. How is that possible? I've never seen anyone do that before, exclaimed Sakura, and the rest agreed silently. Secret art. 1,000 needles of death. Haku stomped on the ground, and water rose into the air, taking the shape of needles and encircling them. Concentrate my chakra, Sasuke said as he focused his chakra on his body in preparation for his next action. It's over. Haku jumped back right before the needles struck, expecting to see the raven-haired boy covered in needles, but was surprised when the said person appeared behind her and dealt a powerful punch to the head, sending her flying. What? The brat was faster than Haku? Zabuza wondered as he dodged Anko's snake attacks. I guess you were as quick as you thought, smirked Sasuke as he watched Haku slowly rise. It may appear so, but I'll have to apologize because you forced me to use this jutsu, Haku said, before forming an unknown hand sign and the temperature began to drop. Why is it suddenly so cold? Sakura wondered. It must be coming from that fake hunter Nin. Could she have a bloodline limit? Kurenai exclaimed in surprise. Secret art. Crystal ice mirrors. Several mirrors made of solid ice surrounded Sasuke from a dome. Then Haku walked into one of the mirrors and completely merged with it, leaving only her reflection and the other mirrors appearing. It's over for the brat. No one has ever survived when Haku uses that jutsu, Zabuza said, swinging his sword at Kakashi, who barely avoided it. Now it's time for me to show you what true speed is, Haku said, launching senbon at Sasuke at breakneck speed, leaving him no room to attack or defend. He was soon on the floor, covered in senbon needles. Damn it, I can't lose here. I have to fulfill my ambition. I won't die here. As he stood up, Sasuke realized he was seeing things more clearly than before. What happened to your eyes? They weren't like that before, Haku said, prompting Sasuke to investigate the source of his clear vision. It appears that I've finally unlocked my Sharingan. Now I can even the odds. Sasuke was getting up when they heard something and looked up to see someone approaching with blue energy shaped like wings from his shoes. They saw the blonde hair and knew immediately who it was. Naruto-kun. You've arrived. Hinata and Sakura exclaimed as they saw the blonde ninja. I'm sorry for being late. I had to take care of something, Naruto explained after dispelling the air treks. Kakashi and Anko are currently fighting Zabuza. Kiba was removed from the fight after being struck with Senbon needles, paralyzing him, and Sasuke is trapped inside the fake hunter nin's jutsu, Kurenai explained. Then I'd better go in and help Sasuke while you help Kiba recover, Naruto said, then dashed into the crystal mirrors just as Haku unleashed another volley of Senbon needles on Sasuke. Sasuke, get down. Naruto jumped over Sasuke and spun like a top, the wind swirling around him, deflecting the Senbon needles before landing next to his fellow ninja. Are you okay, Sasuke? Naruto inquired. Yeah, I'm fine now that I've unlocked my Sharingan. I should be able to see through her attacks, Sasuke said as he made a series of hand gestures before ending with a tiger seal. What are your plans? Since the mirrors are made of ice, the best way to destroy them would be to use fire. Sasuke shot a large ball of flame at the mirrors, but when the fire faded away, it was as if they were never hit by the fire. But how? It was supposed to work, Naruto asked. It appears that she fused chakra into her mirror, making it more difficult to destroy, and the Uchiha's fire jutsu wasn't strong enough, Shinami explained. You'll need more heat to melt this ice. Naruto noticed the mirrors light up and realized an attack was on its way. He began to form hand signs but was too late as he and Sasuke were pelted with Senbon needles on both sides. Damn, I didn't even get to finish the hand signs, we were hit too quickly, Naruto thought, before whispering to Sasuke, Sasuke, I'm going to try something, and I want you to observe with your Sharingan. Alright, but what are you up to? Sasuke inquired. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto summoned several clones who jumped at the mirrors with the intent of smashing them but vanished in puffs of smoke. It's pointless. You can't keep up with me, Haku said. But Naruto ignored her and returned his attention to Sasuke. So far, all I know is that she can transport herself through the mirrors at light speed. I couldn't see her clearly at that speed, Sasuke explained. If that's the case, I need to get you out of here, Naruto said, much to Sasuke's chagrin. What do you mean? I can still fight, exclaimed Sasuke angrily. I know that because I'll need your assistance with the upcoming attack. What attack? Aren't we just battling Zabuza and the imposter hunter nin? That would have been the case, but there's more to it than we knew, so will you cooperate? Asked Naruto, and Sasuke gave him a brief look before signing his resignation. Fine, but how are you going to get me out of here? Like this, Sasuke was enveloped in white smoke, and when it cleared, he found himself outside the crystal mirrors. He looked inside and saw a Naruto clone standing where he was and realized what he had done. Naruto must have used substitution to switch places with me and his clone. How much has he changed since the academy? Sasuke wondered as he observed Naruto. Now it's just you and me, Naruto said, turning to face the mirrors. I will defeat you for the sake of Zabuza-sama, Haku said as she stepped out of the mirror and slashed him several times across the body before he could react and knelt on the ground from the pain. You'll never be able to keep up with my speed. Damn, she's right, and she won't let me finish my jutsus either. There has to be a way to turn this around. The bracelet flashed, and Naruto saw a man dressed in a suit pointing to the sky. To Haku's surprise, Naruto smiled and began to laugh. "What's so funny about it?" Haku inquired. "You think you know speed, but I'm going to show you what true speed is," Naruto said, his gaze fixed on the bracelet, announcing the new gear. Henshin. Henshin. There was a bright flash before it faded, revealing Naruto in a heavy armored bodysuit with metal plating on the upper body and a belt with a rhinoceros beetle for a belt buckle. What was that? How did he summon that armor? What does he mean by show me true speed? As far as I can tell, the armor would slow him down. Haku wondered. Get ready to face the power of a common rider, Naruto said as he prepared to fight. Haku launched another barrage of senbon from all directions, but Naruto flipped the horn to the middle, loosened the armor pieces, and then pulled it to the right and called out. Cast away. Cast off. Replace beetle. The armor pieces flew off, deflecting the needles and revealing a much sleeker form that resembles more of a rhinoceros beetle, complete with a horn that snaps to his helmet. He pulled out his Kabuto kunai gun and held it ready. Naruto then called out while swiping his hand along the side of his belt. Wake up. Beat the clock. Haku slashed Naruto out of the mirror, but he blurred out of the way and appeared at her side, delivering a haymaker punch. Haku regained control in midair and entered a mirror, shooting several senbon needles at him. Naruto grabbed the gun barrel to reveal a kunai, which he used to easily deflect all of the projectiles, then dashed at the mirror while reattaching the gun barrel and holding it for the axe mode, swung at the mirror right as Haku got out and shattered it, much to Haku's surprise. That's impossible. Even Zabuza-sama would have trouble destroying my mirrors. Naruto vanished and reappeared beside Haku, dealing a heel drop kick before shooting at her with his gun, but Haku used substitution to dodge and return to the mirrors. Naruto-kun, you have to finish this battle before Gato arrives, Kurama said. Indeed, you must conserve your strength for the upcoming battle, Shinami said. Alright then, time to end this battle, Naruto said as he pressed the belt buckle buttons and pushed the horn to the left. 1, 2, 3. Rider. Kick, he said as he drew it back to the right. I can't let him finish what he's doing. Haku dashed out of the mirror, mistakenly attacking Naruto from behind. Riding kick. White lightning flashed from his belt buckle to his horn, then to his right leg, which he used to perform a 360 roundhouse kick, sending Haku flying through one of her mirrors and rolling across the ground, her mask shattered, and the remaining ice mirrors shattering into pieces. Time has passed. Zabuza-sama, I couldn't beat him, I failed you, Haku thought as she rose from the ground, her body bruised all over. Naruto dispelled his rider form and approached Haku, who was slowly rising from the ground. This fight is over, Haku. I knew it was you, and I held back on that kick because I didn't want to kill you, Naruto said. Why didn't you finish me off? I'm nothing more than a broken tool that can't serve its master, Haku said, surprising Naruto. Why do you call yourself a tool? I see nothing but a beautiful girl who should have her own life, Haku blushed at Naruto's compliment but responded anyway. It's because Zabuza saved me from certain death. In Kirigakure, those with a bloodline limit are killed. My father killed my mother after discovering that I have a bloodline and tried to kill me as well, but I killed him in self-defense. Zabuza picked me up from the streets, he made me feel needed, and that's why I help him, Haku explained. I sense a lot of people at the end of the bridge, Naruto-sama, Shinami said. I understand your reasoning, but I still won't kill you because this wasn't the reason my team and I were fighting, Naruto said as the mist vanished. What do you mean? Haku, perplexed by what the blonde ninja was saying, asked. I think it's better you hear it from the horse's mouth, Naruto said, pointing to Zabuza, who was restrained by Kakashi's dog summons and Anko's snakes. Everyone turned to see Gato and his men standing at the bridge's end. Gato? What are you doing here, and who are these thugs you brought with you? Zabuza inquired, but Kakashi responded. One of our students discovered that Gato had planned to kill you and your apprentice after killing us and had never intended to pay you for killing Tizuna, said one of our students. Is what he said true, Gato? Zabuza inquired. That's right, I figured you were too expensive, heck, even these guys cost me money, but since the so-called demon of the mist couldn't do the job right, I'll have my men do it instead, Gato sneered, as the thugs laughed behind him.
Why you no gooda? Zabuza asked the Konoha ninja, so you knew about this?
Yes, but we knew you wouldn't believe us without proof, which is why we didn't go all out and restrain you until Gato arrived, Anko explained. I see, then this fight is over, Kakashi and Anko said, signaling Zabuza to stand. Naruto and Haku approached him. So my enemy's enemy is my friend? Naruto asked, already knowing the answer. You're right about that one, kid, but I don't think I can fight properly with my body like this, Zabuza said behind his mask, smirking. They then turned around to face Gato. After we kill everyone on the bridge, we'll raid the island and take the women as sex slaves. Gato said lustfully to Sakura, Hinata, and Haku. Throughout, everyone was frozen in place by a massive killer intent. Even Junin and Zabuza were having trouble breathing, but the three girls were unaffected. Who is capable of leaking this level of killing intent? Exclaimed Zabuza, turning to see Naruto glaring at Gato with rage. This isn't from the Kyuubi, but from Naruto himself. Gato must have really irritated him, Kakashi reasoned. Naruto-kun is angry because of what Gato would do to me, but I only met him yesterday and tried to hurt him, so why would he protect me? Haku wondered. No one has ever seen Naruto-san angry, and I hope they never will, Shino reflected as he attempted to calm his insects. And Naruto-kun cares so much about us, it makes me love him even more, Hinata reflected. As Naruto locked his gaze on Gato, the bracelet glowed red, as if reacting to his rage. You bastards just promoted yourselves from walking punching bags to dead men walking. Naruto saw a man with pale skin and a red tattoo on his body, a scar on his right eye, and a leather loincloth, wielding a pair of swords chained to his arms on the battlefield. Then he directed chakra to the bracelet and exclaimed, "For Sparta." Naruto appeared in a flash of light, holding a pair of swords chained to his arms, and taking a stance in front of the bandits. Naruto-kun, show them no mercy, raged Kurama. Get ready, because I'm going to send you on a one-way trip to the Shinigami. Naruto charged at them, while Gato fled to the back of the group in fear. Naruto threw one of the swords, which ignited with a golden flame and pierced one of the bandits. He then drew the bandit over and used him as a battering ram to plow through the enemies before tossing him aside. He rolled out of the way of a pincer attack and slammed a blade into the ground, unleashing a shockwave that ripped through the bandits. Cyclone of Chaos. Naruto swung his blades around him, striking multiple enemies before rolling backwards for his next move. Rage of Tartarus. He slammed the first blade on the ground, then the second, before bringing both back and slamming them together on the ground, sending the bandits flying. Wow, Naruto-kun really lays it on them, Anko said. Naruto-kun, please be cautious, Sakura said. How did Naruto get this power? Sasuke wondered. He has inherited his mother's protectiveness, Kakashi explained. I know he's fighting Gato, but he should take it easy on the bridge, Tizuna advised. Naruto was fighting the bandits when he noticed the blades pulsing with power, as if they were struggling to be unleashed. If that's what it wants, who am I to deny it? Thought Naruto, before yelling, "Awaken!" Rage of the Titans. Naruto's body erupted in flames, frightening everyone around him. Prometheus Torment. Naruto twirled the blades in a blazing radial attack, searing through more bandits before landing his final blow. Prometheus Inferno. A raging tornado erupted from Naruto's body, turning the bandits to ash. Then Naruto approached Gato, who was trembling in fear as the flames faded but the swords remained ignited. "Please don't kill me. I'll give you anything, money, women, anything." Gato begged on his knees. "One of the things I despise about humans is their greed," Kurama said, with Shinami nodding in agreement. "But you can't bring people back to life, and besides, I already have all of your bank details and rights to your business because you're going to hell anyway," Naruto said as he drew his swords in an X pattern and beheaded Gato as his body fell to the floor. Naruto turned to see Inari and the rest of the village celebrating Gato's death. Then he noticed Sakura, Hinata, Haku, and the others approaching him. "Are you okay, Naruto-kun?" asked Haku, drawing the attention of Sakura, Hinata, Anko, and Zabuza. Could it be that she likes Naruto-kun as well? Hinata speculated. It appears that Haku and those girls have a thing for the kid. "I'd better keep an eye on him," Zabuza reasoned. "I'm fine, but we have to go save someone from Gato's mansion, so I'll need Sakura, Hinata, Sasuke, and Shino to follow me since Kiba is still out of commission." Naruto led the way, with the others following, while Kakashi and the others remained behind to guard the island. They soon arrived at Gato's front gates, and Shino inquired of Naruto. "What do you have planned, Naruto-san?" Naruto was about to respond when he overheard Shinami speaking to him. "Naruto-sama, I know of a piece of equipment that can help you and your teammates, and I'm passing on the information to you right now." Before speaking, Naruto felt the knowledge flow through his mind. "We'll raid Gato's mansion and take out all of the guards, and I've got all of the necessary equipment." "Do you mean we'll use your weapons as well?" Sasuke inquired. "Yeah, so get ready," Naruto said, his gaze fixed on the bracelet, tag mode. Gokai change. Gukaiger. There was a flash of light that faded to reveal Naruto and the others wearing a pirate-themed helmet and outfit, as well as having grown a few inches in different colors. Naruto was dressed in red, Sakura in pink, Hinata in yellow, Sasuke in blue, and Shino in green. "Amazing, I feel so powerful," Sasuke thought to himself. "I'm wearing my favorite color," Sakura chuckled. "I've never seen anything like this before, and my insects are quite content," Shino said. "Alright, guys, let's do this." Naruto smashed through the gate, followed by the others as they engaged the enemies. They started with hand-to-hand combat, but soon switched to using their sidearms, the Gokai gun and the Gokai saber, to take them down, but they were being pushed back by the numbers. "What do we do, Naruto-kun?" "There are too many," Hinata expressed concern. "Then it's time to get serious, everyone follow my lead." The rest gathered close to see Naruto bring out the Mobile 8 and press a button on the belt buckle to reveal a key for him to take out, and they did the same. "Ready?" With a nod of approval, they all put the keys inside and twisted. "Gokai, please change." Zayu Ranger. They changed into dinosaur-themed suits and charged in again. Naruto slashed the bandits with his Ryugeki sword, Hinata jabbed them with her saber daggers, Sakura provided cover fire with her Terra arrow, Sasuke speared his enemies with the Tricera lance, and Shino slashed them with his Mothbreaker but would occasionally convert to a blaster rifle for long range. "Let's cut these kids down to size and show them their place," the bandits said as they charged at them with their swords drawn. "Humph, we'll see about that," smirked Sasuke. "They're getting reckless, let's finish this." they exclaimed, pulling out another key and inserting it into the mobilate. Gokai, please change. Shiikanger. They changed into samurai-style suits, drew their spin swords, and charged right back at the bandits. They were able to defeat the ex-samurai thanks to the kenjutsu knowledge embedded in ranger mode. Take out your secret discs and spin them in the Shinkanmaru to activate your signature weapons. The team took Naruto's advice and took out their discs, slotting them inside the swords and spinning them before calling out. Rekka Deizanto. Naruto slashed through his enemies as his Zanbatu burned. Heaven Fan. Sakura blew away her opponents with a powerful gust of wind from her fan. Land Slicer. Hinata slashed her enemies with her massive chakram. Water Arrow. Sasuke shot the bandits with his bow's arrows. Wood Spear. Shino jabbed his enemies with his spear several times. Naruto cancelled the transformation after defeating all of the bandits in Gato's mansion. We have to do this again someday, Naruto said with a grin, while the others smiled and nodded, with Shino remaining stoic as usual, but Kurama could sense his happiness. Let's go save Fu-chan now. What's the big deal about the girl? Sasuke inquired. It's because she was exiled from her village, and we're similar in some ways. Naruto went inside while the others were perplexed by his statement, but Sakura and Hinata understood. Fu was waiting for Naruto when he entered the cell and smiled when she saw him. You came back, just like you promised. Fu exclaimed as he opened the cell door. Well, I did promise that I'd come back to get you out, Naruto said, making Fu blush and her heart race. 2 weeks later, Teams 7 and 8, as well as Zabuza, Haku, and Fu, stood at the newly completed bridge. Fu decided to accompany them and became friends with Sakura and Hinata, especially since they all liked the same boy, and Nanabi began to like Naruto, much to Kurama's surprise. Naruto and Inari spent so much time together that they could be mistaken for brothers except for blood, and he took Inari for a ride with his air treks. Zabuza would occasionally spar with him in kenjutsu matches. Naruto gave Tazuna ownership rights because he trusted him to manage it for the good of the island. Kiba refused to believe Naruto was the main reason for the village's salvation, believing it was a coincidence. We can't even begin to express how grateful we are for your assistance with the bridge, especially you Naruto. We're going to miss you all, Tazuna said, smiling sadly with everyone else. Do you really have to go, Nichin? Can't you stay a little longer? Inari clutched Naruto's jacket, as he was attached to Naruto and didn't want him to leave. I'm sorry, Inari, but it's my duty to serve my village. Don't cry. I have a way of keeping in touch with you, Naruto said as he handed him a small scroll. This is a special scroll that I made with Fuinjutsu that allows whatever you write to be transferred to the other so that we can write to each other at any time, explains the author. Thank you, Nichin, Inari said cheerfully. So, Zabuza, where are you going now? Kakashi inquired. I've decided to join Konoha, Zabuza announced, much to their surprise. Why? Kurenai inquired, intrigued. Because I'm tired of running from hunter nins, and I don't want to put Haku in any more danger because I actually see her as my own daughter, Haku said, crying tears of joy. Alright, we're off. Don't miss us too much. Yelled Naruto as he waved goodbye. Have you thought of a name for the bridge yet, Tazuna? A man inquired. Yes. I named it the Great Naruto Bridge because Naruto means maelstrom and he helped restore our hope and freedom, Tazuna explained as they watched their heroes return to their village. The group was on their way back to the Hidden Leaf Village after leaving Wave Country. Along the way, Hinata, Haku, Sakura, and Fu were discussing girl stuff and their relationships with Naruto. Anko was making fun of Kurenai's alleged secret relationship with Asuma, and Sasuke was brooding as usual, though he would occasionally stare at Naruto intently. Kiba was busy with Akamaru, and Shino was walking quietly, but there was a buzz from within his coat. Although it appeared that Naruto was walking, he was actually talking to Kurama and Tsunami in his mindscape while his body moved on autopilot. "Don't you think this mission was quite difficult, Ku-chan?" said Naruto. "You're right, Naruto-kun, no one expected the mission to end up like that," Kurama said. "True, but the good news is that the country is no longer in the hands of that tyrant. This is one of your many life achievements," Tsunami said with a smile. "I know, but I can't help but feel like I've gotten some unwanted attention because of the mission," Naruto reflected thoughtfully. "You could be right, but we'll find out sooner or later," Kurama said, hugging Naruto from behind. Thank you, Ku-chan," Naruto said, blushing from the contact. "From outside the mindscape, someone is attempting to get your attention, Naruto-sama," Tsunami said. "Alright, I'll talk to you girls later," she says. Naruto faded from the mindscape, and his gaze refocused on Fu, who was attempting to speak to him. "What's up, Fu-chan?" "Well, as you can see, Fu was at a loss for words when she heard Chomei speak to her from her mindscape. "Fu-chan, you've got this. Simply ask him to show you around the village when you arrive." "I was hoping you would show me around the village when we get there," Fu inquired nervously. Naruto gave her a brief glance before brightly smiling. "Of course, I would. That is, if you are comfortable with it." Fu nodded happily as Chomei cheered her on, happy to be spending time with him as well. Hinata and the other girls smiled at them because they had all agreed to share him with any other girl who truly loved him for who he is. When the group arrived at the gates of the Hidden Leaf Village, Naruto was tempted to use his bracelet to equip everyone with air treks, but Kurama and Tsunami convinced him otherwise. Kakashi reported in when they arrived at the gate. Teams 7 and 8 are on their way back from a joint mission in Wave Country. Acknowledged, but may we inquire as to why there is a missing nin and a few other unknown ninjas with you? Izumo asked, with Kotetsu listening in. They have surrendered unconditionally and have no intention of causing harm to the village, Kurenai explained. Very well, you may proceed, Kotetsu said with a nod of approval. With that, the group proceeded to the Hokage Tower, and after knocking on the door and being told to enter, they found themselves in front of the third Hokage, who sat behind his desk, surrounded by paperwork, to which Naruto raised an eyebrow. Hiruzen paused for a few moments before speaking up. It appears that there was more to the mission than first thought, so I'd like to hear your report. Team 7 began by recounting the encounter with the Demon Brothers and Tizuna's deception about the mission, as well as the mission's continuation and encounter with Zabuza.
Then Team 8 took over and told the Hokage about Naruto going ahead of them to help Team 7 in defeating Zabuza, who was then rescued by Haku, arriving at Wave, Naruto infiltrating Gato's mansion, the battle at the bridge, and the raid on the mansion.
I think I understand everything so far, Hiruzen said to Zabuza, but why do you want to join the Hidden Leaf Village? It's because I'm tired of always being on the run from hunter nins and I want to keep my daughter safe, Zabuza explained, as Haku looked at him with tears in her eyes and the others, with the exception of a few, take a guess, smiled gently at what they heard. You will then be placed on a 2-month probation period, with Anbu monitoring you while Haku is assigned to Chunin. Team the 7th of May depart while Team 8, Kakashi and Fusan, remain, Hiruzen stated. Naruto spoke up after the aforementioned people had left. Gigi, I was hoping you'd let Fu-chan stay with me, but I have a little problem with accommodation and was hoping you'd help me out, Naruto said with a smirk, which Hiruzen mirrored, before opening a drawer and tossing a scroll over to the blonde. You'll find your new home next to the Hyuga clan's house, and I hope you enjoy living there, Hiruzen said, his smile fading as he turned to face the stacks of paperwork on the desk, at which Naruto raised an eyebrow. Gigi, haven't you solved the paperwork problem yet? Naruto inquired. Well, if I had, I wouldn't be doing this, Hiruzen explained. But the solution has been there all along. I was wondering why you haven't used such an obvious method. Then could you tell me this obvious method that I haven't noticed? Hiruzen, who was about to stamp a piece of paper, asked. Why not use shadow clones? When the copies fade away, the memory and experience are transferred to the original, which helped me with my training. Hiruzen dropped the stamp in surprise as he considered what Naruto had just said, which made so much sense that he wondered how he could have missed something so obvious. He began banging his head on the desk while chanting, "Stupid," and Naruto left with the girls laughing at how the Hokage hadn't considered using shadow clones. For a Hokage, I'm surprised he didn't think of something so simple, Kurama said, laughing at Hiruzen's head banging on the table while Tsunami tried not to laugh. Alright girls, let's go check out my new digs, Naruto said as he walked away, Hinata, Haku, Sakura, and Fu close behind. Naruto led the group to the clan houses, following the directions on the scroll Hiruzen had given him, until they came to a halt in front of a large gate. When Naruto saw a blood seal, he bit his thumb and swiped it across the seal, and the gates opened to reveal a mansion ahead of them. Wow, and to think Naruto's father used to live here, Sakura said, and Hinata agreed. So, what are we going to do now? Let's take a look. Fu exclaimed excitedly, and Chome agreed. They began to explore the house after Naruto released another blood seal on the door. Because no one was living in the house, it had become dusty, so Naruto summoned his clones to clean it up. When they were finished, they discovered that it has 9 bedrooms, a kitchen, a hot spring for the girls' enjoyment, a library, and a training ground. After that, Naruto took the girls to Ichiraku's for dinner, then Sakura and Hinata went home to rest while he gave Fu and Haku a tour of the village before returning to the mansion to rest for the next day. Over the next few days, Haku and Fu were officially assigned as Hidden Leaf Village ninjas, with Haku as a chunin and Fu as a genin. Naruto was walking around the village because the girls were off doing their own thing, with Tora following them, and he had just finished some jutsu training. He was walking down the street when he came to a halt and turned to face the cardboard box behind him. Okay, Konohamaru, a rectangular rock isn't exactly suitable for stealth, so get out of there, Naruto joked. The box exploded into white smoke, and 3 coughing voices could be heard. You used too much gunpowder, a male voice said as the smoke cleared, revealing Konohamaru and 2 other children. Hey, Kono, who are these friends of yours? Naruto inquired. These are Moegi and Udon, 2 of my academy friends. I told them everything about you, Ni-san. Well, it's nice to meet you too. What do you want to do? How about you play ninja with us? Moegi suggested. Alright, then I'll give you a head start, Naruto said. Alright, guys, come on. Konohamaru led the way, with the others close behind. Naruto was about to pursue them when he heard footsteps approaching from behind him. He turned to see Sakura holding Tora, and Tora jumped from her arms and climbed into Naruto's hood, purring softly when he rubbed under her chin. How did it go with you and the girls? Naruto asked, smiling. We had fun training, and Haku-chan, Hinata-chan, and Fu-chan went back to their homes, so I thought I'd go for a walk with Tora, Sakura said cheerfully. So, what are you doing? I'm playing ninja with Kono and his friends. I just gave them a head start. Would you like to join? No, I think I'll just watch, she says. Naruto and Sakura then heard a voice cry out and recognized it as Konohamaru, which Tsunami confirmed. Naruto-sama, hurry up to them. They've run into someone and intend to harm them. Tsunami expressed a sense of urgency. Sakura-can, We need to get over here quickly. Naruto took off with Sakura close behind, and as they turned a corner, they saw Konohamaru being held in the air by the collar of his shirt by a boy in a black jumpsuit wearing purple war paint, carrying something wrapped in bandages on his back, and a blonde hair girl carrying a large metal fan on her back. You'd better put him down if you want problems, Naruto growled, drawing the attention of everyone around him. Naruto ni. Konohamaru and the kids were overjoyed to see him. Not until I give him his punishment, the boy said, raising him higher, infuriating Naruto and Tora even more, which Sakura noticed and quickly tried to warn them about. You should listen to him for your own sake, Sakura said urgently. And what are a kid and his cat going to do to us? Smugly, the boy said. Naruto vanished and reappeared, Mumi no Tamanu at the boy's neck, green flames radiating from the blade, and Tora on the girl's shoulder hissing with chakra-coated claws, much to her surprise. She turned to see Konohamaru standing alongside the other children, next to another blonde. Do you really want to see what I can do? Naruto asked, drawing the blade closer so the boy could feel the heat of the flames. Tora jumped off the girl's shoulder and climbed back into Naruto's hood as the boy raised his hands in surrender and the blonde puffed into smoke to reveal that it was a clone. And whoever is in the tree, please come out because I can tell you're not from around here, someone said as they jumped from the tree and landed in front of them. It was a girl with dark red hair that reached her neck, black rings around her eyes, and a red kanji for love in the left side of her forehead. She wore a full bodysuit with t-shirt-like sleeves and almost full-length leggings, and a wide leather band that was tied from her left shoulder to her right hip and carried a large brown gourd at her back. Wow, she looks beautiful, but I sense a lot of negativity deep within her heart, Naruto thought as he noticed the girl turn to the boy, who, like the blonde-haired girl, looked at her with fear. What do you think you're doing, Kankuru? The girl asked coldly. But, Gaia, Kankuru attempted to explain, but was cut off by the girl. Shut up or I'll kill you, she said as she turned to face Naruto. My name is Gaia of the Sand, and I'd like to apologize for my brother's actions. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I believe you've come to study for the chunin exams. Naruto, Kurenai, and Anko had informed them of it a few days before to prepare them. They're the hidden sand village, judging by their forehead protectors, Shinami said, receiving a mental nod of approval from the blonde. Yes, and I hope to see you there as well, I can tell you're capable of proving my existence, Gaia said with a sadistic grin, making Konohamaru and the others cower behind Naruto in fear. When Kurama spoke up, she had already left with her team, leaving Naruto to think about her and notice something odd about her. Naruto-kun, that girl is the Jinchuriki of Shukaku, the one-tailed tanuki, but I have a strange feeling about her, Kurama said, concerned. Then she's just like me, but what makes her so different? Naruto wondered. Because Shukaku-chan is very shy and tends to hide behind her sand unless you're someone she's comfortable with, but I sense insanity and rage from her, and it appears to have a serious effect on her host. Then we'll keep an eye on her during the exams and figure out what happened, Naruto reasoned, receiving nods from his tenants before turning to face the others. Are you all right? We're fine, Naruto ni, thanks for assisting us. Konohamaru, along with Moegi and Udon, exclaimed happily. So, what do we do now? Udon inquired. Naruto paused for a moment before flashing the proverbial light bulb and smiling at the children. Would you like to see something cool? Then follow me, Sakura-chan, Naruto said, getting excited nods from the kids. Naruto led Sakura and the kids through a forest until they came across what appears to be a cross-section of a swimming pool with two concave ramps both topped by decks facing each other. Naruto-kun, what is this? Sakura inquired. Well, this is what one of my masters would call a half-pipe. My sensei told me about a sport called freestyle skateboarding at the time, and how people ride gears similar to mine to perform tricks. After hearing about it, my curiosity got the best of me, so I had Gigi and Kakashi Ni assist me in building it with their earth jutsu. I frequently come here for my own amusement, which is why I decided to bring you guys along to watch, Naruto said with a sly grin. That sounds interesting, Naruto Ni. Could you show us? Konohamaru, with stars in his eyes, inquired. Of course, just watch, Naruto said as he jumped onto one of the decks, channeled chakra to his bracelet, and exclaimed, "Surf the clouds." Before the hoverboard appeared next to him. Then he hopped on and launched off the deck, zipping down the ramp to the other side, launching himself into the air and performing a 180-degree rotation before descending and moving to the other. He did this until he had enough speed and airtime. It's time to bust some moves. Naruto jumped up the ramp and began spinning rapidly in the air, completing a full 1080-degree rotation. He then went into the air again, pulling a method air by arching his back and grabbing the board with his hand, then doing a kickflip and going down and up a ramp again. This time, he grabbed the nose and performed a backflip while sticking his legs out in opposite directions, an airwalk. Wow, Naruto Ni is so cool! Exclaimed Moegi as they watched Naruto perform his tricks. I'll say, Udon said. I told you, Naruto Ni is the best. Konohamaru exclaimed proudly. Sakura simply smiled as she gazed admiringly at Naruto. Naruto jumped into the air again, then grabbed the board and performed a handstand with a 360 spin before landing on the deck. He jumped off the hoverboard and down to meet Sakura and the kids. So what do you think? Pretty cool, right? Naruto asked, a foxy grin on his face. That was really cool, Naruto Ni. Can you teach us how to do that? Konohamaru exclaimed. That would have to wait until you've been trained in balance and reflexes, plus my team has to prepare for the chunin exams. Alright, Ni-chan, and good luck with your exams. Konohamaru took off, followed by the others. How about I escort you home, Sakura-chan? Suggested Naruto, to which Sakura happily nodded and linked her arm with his as they walked back to the village. Naruto returned to the mansion after seeing her home, where he had dinner with Haku and Fu before retiring to his room to sleep. He grinned excitedly as he was about to go to sleep, thinking about the upcoming exams. I'm sure there will be a lot of strong ninjas from different villages, and I can't wait to show them what I'm capable of, Naruto speculated. True, but don't forget that we need to figure out what's wrong with Shukaku-chan and her host. I'm very concerned about her, Kurama said. Don't worry, Ku-chan. We'll definitely assist them both. As you said, Naruto-sama, there will be strong opponents at the exams, so don't underestimate them, Shinami said. True, but that doesn't mean I can fool them by making myself look weak before giving them a taste of reality, Naruto mused, his face mischievous. Let's go to bed, Ku-chan and Shinami-chan. Good night Naruto-kun, Naruto-sama, both tenants said before falling asleep. One thing is certain. The chunin exams will be chaotic. The next day, Naruto and his team arrived at the building where the chunin exams would be held. So, where are we supposed to be? Naruto inquired. Kurenai-sensei told us to go to room 301 on the 3rd floor, Sakura explained. Alright, let's get there before it's too late, she says. They entered the building and ascended the stairs, passing several genin teams who were standing before 2 guards who were blocking a door marked 301. Sakura and Hinata were about to investigate when Naruto stopped them. But Naruto, isn't that the entrance exam? A perplexed Sakura inquired. There's more to it than what we're seeing, plus I've counted in the floors we've climbed, and this is the 2nd floor, so it could be a trick to delay us, said Naruto.
And Naruto-kun is right. There's G Genjutsu on the D door, Hinata said as she activated her Byakugan and looked at the door.
If so, then let's keep going up. As they continued climbing, the guards saw them leave and smiled inwardly because they, unlike the others standing before them, had figured out the trick. They arrived at their destination and found Kurenai waiting at the entrance. "I'm glad you arrived on time," Kurenai said with a smile. "Well, you should expect nothing less from us," Naruto smirked. "We're going to show the others our strength and become chunin." "Where is Anko-sensei?" Sakura inquired, searching for their other sensei. "She's been called for something, but you'll see her later," Kurenai explained. "All I have to say is good luck in your exams, and I'm proud of you no matter what." Before they passed through the door, Naruto gave a thumbs up, Sakura nodded in agreement, and Hinata smiled shyly. They noticed many ninjas in the room wearing various outfits, gear, and forehead protectors with various symbols. "I'm guessing they're from different villages who came to take the exams," Naruto said, looking at them. "True, but I doubt they could cause you any trouble, especially after your training with us," Kurama said, with Chinami nodding in agreement. "And it's because of you too, and for that I'm truly grateful to have you in my life." Naruto smiled, Kurama blushed, and Chinami smiled happily. "Are you Naruto-kun?" Naruto turned to see who had called him and smiled as he saw a familiar face. "Oh, Tenten-chan, you're taking the exams as well?" "Yes, with my team," Tenten said, pointing to the two boys behind her. One had bowl-cut black hair and thick brows, green spandex and orange leg warmers, bandages around his hands and wrists, and a red forehead protector tied around his waist. "Hello, my name is Rock Lee," exclaimed the youngster.
"Oh Kami, what the hell are those things?"
"Hairy caterpillars?" thought Naruto, putting on a poker face on the outside but panicking on the inside. Chinami was quivering with fear at the sight, and Kurama covered her eyes with her tail so she didn't see the brows, and Tora pushed her head deeper into the hood to avoid looking at the boy. Naruto took a look at the other person standing next to Tenten. This one has long black hair that is tied in a loose ponytail and is dressed in khaki shorts with wrapped bandages on his right arm and leg. His forehead protector, which has two straps, is worn on his brow. From the look of his eyes, he must be a member of the Hyuga clan, Chinami speculated. So he's related to Hinata-chan, Naruto reasoned. "This is my teammate, Neji Hyuga," Tenten said, but the boy didn't respond, prompting Naruto to raise an eyebrow. He then noticed Neji staring intently at Hinata, who was attempting to look away. Why is he staring at Hinata-chan? He'd better not try anything or he'll get a one-way ticket on the Pain Express, Naruto pondered before turning to Tenten. "Well, I wish you guys good luck in the exams," he said. "You, too, Naruto-kun," Tenten blushed. "Yosh. I can't wait to see the power of your youth in action," exclaimed Rock Lee, while Neji simply looked away. When Naruto returned to his team, they noticed Sasuke and his team enter the room. Then Sasuke was hugged from behind by a girl with blonde hair who they know. "Sasuke-kun, I've missed you so much," exclaimed Ino as she noticed Sakura approaching them. "You'd better give up forehead, Sasuke's is all mine," she said. "Well, I don't care about him anymore. The one whom I truly love is Naruto," Sakura said. Everyone except Naruto and Hinata were taken aback when they heard what she said. They noticed that she was calm rather than sad and wondered why. "What do you mean? You've always said Naruto was annoying," asked Ino, and Sakura looked at the ground with sadness and guilt before responding. "I wasn't truly myself back then. I knew Naruto long before I met you and entered the academy, and he was the one who helped me become my true self, which is why I care so much about him." "What do you mean you weren't yourself?" Shikamaru inquired, not being lazy for once. We can't tell you guys yet because it's an S-rank secret, Naruto explained, drawing a calculated look from Sasuke, Shikamaru, and Shino. How does he know things I don't? What kind of secret could it be involving Sakura? Man, what a drag. When they heard someone approaching them from behind, their thoughts were shattered. You might want to keep your voices down, or everyone here will think you're fresh from the academy. The group turned to see a boy in glasses approaching them. We weren't that loud, Kiba said. Then you should look around. They turned to see many ninjas staring at them, but they quickly turned away in fear. That's strange, they were just glaring at us a few moments ago, so are they acting like they just saw the Shinigami? Ino wondered, not realizing Naruto had used some of Kurama's killing intent to scare the foreign ninjas. What's your name? And it also appears that this isn't your first time taking the exam. Sasuke inquired. My name is Kabuto, and yes, this is my 7th attempt at the chunin exams, Kabuto explained, as Naruto locked his gaze on the boy. Either the exams are extremely difficult, or this guy is after something else, Naruto reasoned. You could be right, Naruto-sama. For him to fail on purpose, I'd advise you to be cautious around him, Shinami said. I should have known the exams would be so difficult, Shikamaru admitted. Don't give up just yet. I can help you guys out with my ninja info cards, Kabuto said as he pulled out a stack of cards. I'm guessing they're about other ninjas, right? Sasuke inquired. That's right, it appears that you want information on a few ninjas, Kabuto said. Gaia of the Desert, Rock Lee, and Naruto Uzumaki. Everyone was puzzled as to why Sasuke was looking for information on them. Rock Lee has 20 D ranks and 12 C ranks of mission experience. His team leader is Maeda Guy. He has high proficiency in taijutsu but the others are severely poor, and his teammates are Tenten Higurashi and Neji Hyuga. Next up is Gaia of the Sand, who has mission experience, 8 C ranks, and 1 B rank. His skills are currently unknown, but he has survived every mission without a scratch. Finally, Naruto Uzumaki has 14 D ranks, 1 B rank, and 1 A rank mission experience, and his team leaders are Kurenai Yuhi and Anko Mitarashi. He has high proficiency in Kenjutsu, medium proficiency in Ninjutsu, Taijutsu, and a low proficiency in Genjutsu, and his teammates are Sakura Haruno and Hinata Hyuga. Kabuto read the information from the cards. And they haven't even seen your true power, Kurama added. They'll see it soon, Ku-chan, Naruto predicted. The rookies raised an eyebrow at Naruto's statistics, wondering if this was the same boy who graduated with them. Kabuto pulled out a card with an illustration of the map of the elemental nations, as well as ninja village symbols such as the leaf village and a graph. Leaf, sand, rain, grass, waterfall, and sound. Those ninjas are here to participate in the exams from these villages, and this is the largest turnout. The Sound Village is a total mystery because no one knows much about them. Naruto-sama, there are 3 ninjas approaching your position with hostile intentions. Shinami exclaimed. Naruto quickly moved in and grabbed the arm of a young man with dark spiky hair, flipping him over to the ground before blurring away and reappearing with Mumi no Tamanu at the neck of a bandaged ninja with his left eye visible, a metal gauntlet, and a furry cape on his back. Damn, if I had taken one step further, I would have beheaded myself, the ninja thought, sweating from the blade's flames. You sound ninjas, better behave or we'll have problems, Naruto said before twirling the blade and sheathing it. Now I see what the info card meant by high Kenjutsu proficiency. This troublesome blonde is really becoming a whole different puzzle every time I meet him, Shikamaru reflected. Is this really Naruto, and what could have changed Sakura so drastically? Ino wondered as she gazed at Naruto and Sakura. From what I've seen during the wave mission, I can tell you haven't gone all out yet. Just how powerful are you? Snarled Sasuke. Then there was an explosion of white smoke, which faded to reveal a man wearing the headband as a scarf, a black trench coat, and 2 long scars on his face, giving him an intimidating appearance. "Alright, you baby-faced degenerates, shut up and listen up. My name is Ibiki Morino, and I am both your proctor and your worst enemy," the man said with a sadistic grin. "That has to be the head of the interrogation and torture sector. He certainly looks like he knows what he's doing and enjoys it," Naruto reasoned. "Now choose a tab with a number on it. It will show you where you will sit, and then we will begin with the written test," Ibiki explained. Everyone did as he instructed and were seated at the designated number, with Naruto sitting next to Hinata, much to her delight, with the paper test placed in front of them face down. "Before we begin, let us go over the rules. You each start with 10 points, the test has 10 questions, and if you miss one, you lose a point. Second, this is a team test to see if you can hold up to 30 points. Finally, if anyone is caught cheating, they will have 2 points deducted," Ibiki explained. "Just keep in mind that we have our eyes open to catch anyone who would even try to cheat," one of the proctors said, his smug expression unsettling some of the participants. "Also, be aware that if a teammate does not correctly answer all of the questions or loses all of her points, they will fail along with their teammates." Except for a few genin teams who had devised a plan to assist their teammates, this came as a surprise to everyone. "Wow, they practically gave us no way out of this test," Naruto observed. "That may be true, but I have a feeling there is something else behind all of this," Shinami pondered. "You could be right. We just need to know when the test begins. You have about an hour to complete the test. And begin," exclaimed Ibiki. Naruto was astounded by what he saw when he turned the paper and read through the questions. "What the? There's no way I can solve these problems. Each one becomes much more difficult than the other. Only someone like Sakura-chan can answer these questions." "Hold on. The only way to answer these questions is to cheat without being caught by the proctors, but I don't have any way to do that, unlike Hinata-chan with her Byakugan or Sasuke with his Sharingan," Naruto thought. "That's why you have us to help you, Naruto-kun. We can answer your questions," Kurama said, with Shinami nodding. "Thank you very much," Naruto said cheerfully. Hinata noticed Naruto had quickly begun writing on the paper while Tora slept in his hood. Thank goodness. Kurama-san and Shinami-san must be assisting him, Hinata thought as she resumed writing on her own. The others had figured out the gist of the test and began to cheat as well. Sound ninjas used sound waves and rhythm to decipher the answers. Shino used his bugs as Rakan. Tenten used strings and mirrors to spy on Naruto's answers while also helping Lee, and Neji used his Byakugan as well. Gaia made an eye out of her sand and used it to spy on the others. Ino used mind transfer jutsu to possess Sakura and memorize the answers before returning to her body and relaying it to Shikamaru. Meanwhile, Ibiki and the other proctors had apprehended and expelled a large number of the genins who had attempted to cheat. He called out to them after 45 minutes. "Alright, we can start with the 10th question, but you should know that there are special rules for this one, so don't let them scare you," Ibiki said darkly. From what he's saying, it sounds like this question could make or break the game, Naruto thought as he listened to the proctor. "First, you have the option of answering the question, but if you refuse, you will fail along with your teammates. If that's the case, of course we'll respond," exclaimed a random genin, to which the others agreed. "If so, you should know that if you answer the 10th question incorrectly, you will be barred from ever taking the chunin exams again, thus remaining a genin for life." Many of the participants in the examination room were taken aback. "That's complete nonsense. There are many people here who have taken the exam before," exclaimed Kiba, who had stood up from his seat, with Akamaru barking in agreement. "Then you're just unlucky to have me in this exam, because I make the rules. If you don't have the guts, you can skip it and come back next year. Hopefully, you won't see me again by then, Ibiki laughed darkly. This guy's playing mind games with us, Naruto thought as Tora awoke and climbed to his head to listen. Be calm, Naruto-sama, this must be the most important part of the test, Shinami advised. Now we begin. Anyone wishing to withdraw should raise their hands, and then they may leave. Each genin raised their hand to drop out and was escorted out the door with their teams. Now, is there anyone else? Ibiki asked as she noticed an arm slowly raised, and everyone turned to see Naruto raise a fist into the air. Is it true that Naruto is leaving? Everyone wondered. I said raise your hand, not your. Ibiki's sentence was cut short when Naruto cracked his fist on the table and stood up to face Ibiki with an intense stare at the surprised proctor. If you're trying to get into my head with all of this nonsense, you might as well give up because I'm never going to run away or quit for the sake of achieving my dream of becoming Hokage. This kid is really something. Let's see if he doesn't falter, Ibiki thought.
Are you sure you want to take this test? You'll be a genin forever if you answer the question incorrectly, Ibiki asked.
I knew what I signed up for before I became a ninja, as we're supposed to protect our villages with our lives, so you're a little late to be giving us this crap, and besides, a rank can never define one's true strength, Naruto snorted, pointing to his headband. Ibiki turned to face the crowd, which had previously displayed fear and hesitancy. This kid's really something, to be able to instill confidence in everyone around him. 78 participants left, and none are backing down, Ibiki nodded to the other proctors. If that's your decision, then I have no choice. Then to pass you. Everyone sat there in stunned silence until Naruto burst out laughing. I get it now, it completely makes sense. Exclaimed Naruto, with Kurama and Shinami agreeing. What do you mean, Naruto-kun? Sakura inquired. The 10th question was the decision to answer or reject the question, but there's more to it than that, so I'll let Scarface explain, Naruto explained. The kid is correct. The first 9 questions were designed to test your ability to acquire information under the most difficult conditions, as some of you may have noticed. The questions were so difficult that it was practically requiring you to cheat without getting caught, Ibiki said as he untied his scarf, revealing scars, burn marks, and puncture holes on his head. In the world of ninja, information is the most powerful weapon, and anyone will go to any length to obtain it. Oh man, this guy must have been through a lot to gain information to end up like that, Naruto thought. Tora shifted uncomfortably on his head at the sight of the scars, so he gave Hinata to calm her down. Then what did the blondie mean about the 10th question? Tamari inquired. The 10th question is based on a choice. Misinformation is much worse than no information at all. It could lead to the death of your comrades or the destruction of your village. This is what you would have to face as a chunin. In missions, everything is decided by a split-second set of choices which could lead to either accomplishment or failure. I hope you remember this when you become chunin, and I wish you all good luck, Ibiki smirked at Naruto. A black ball shattered through a window, revealing a woman who looked familiar to Naruto and his team. Alright kids, this isn't the time to relax just yet, she exclaimed, holding a banner that read, "The sexy and soon-to-be-married Anko Mitarashi. I am the exam's second examiner. Now follow me if you are prepared for the second test." While Sakura and Hinata smiled weakly, Naruto covered his face to hide his embarrassment. Ibiki poked her head around the banner. "Anko, you're early." Again, the kunoichi blushed with embarrassment. "You let 78 pass this test? You're losing your touch," Anko observed. "This group is interesting, particularly a certain blonde." Anko noticed Naruto's smile and returned it with a small blush, which the other girls also noticed before turning serious. "Okay, but by the time I'm done with them, half of them will be gone." I'll let your team leaders know where you should meet so you can be dismissed. Sakura spoke up as they were leaving the hall. What do you think the will be like, Naruto? I don't know, but I do know it'll be more difficult than the first, Naruto said. I hope we'll be able to pass, Hinata said before Naruto hugged her and Sakura. Of course, we'll pass as long as we believe in ourselves. They then returned home to rest and prepare for the next round of chunin exams.
So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more awesome stories like this. Thank you. See you all in my next video.